Hey, good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm feeling a little bit ashamed. I've let my 5:30 a.m. wake up times kind of drift to 7:30 a.m. wake up times, just staying up a couple nights watching a movie till 12 and doing other things that I don't normally do has affected my sleep schedule. I got to get back on track. As we look at the Word of God, we are in Joshua chapter 9 and looking at American history. Okay, I'm a patriot. I love this country. At the end of the day, we can look at slavery as maybe our original sin, but the way we treated Native American peoples was certainly sinful, and that doesn't mean that I'm not grateful for this country. I think we've built something great. I say we, our forefathers, have built something great here. We've been used for a lot of good. The Native Americans, primarily the Cherokees, embraced the Christian religion, the missionary gospel, and so they were blessed by our presence. But at the same time, those people were mistreated. They were lied to. They were taken advantage of, and so again, it's more complex than just, hey, a pioneer movement came in and settled the country. The same thing in Israel. You know, Abraham came to that land, but he wasn't the only one there. There were people there before him. A couple generations later, Jacob and his family of 70 moved to Egypt. Hundreds of years went by. Hundreds of years, almost 500 years has gone by. And here comes Israel back to reclaim this land that they never fully inhabited anyway. They were never more than 70 people before when they were there. And God gives them the command to drive out the inhabitants and to possess the land. And so we read these commandments of Israel going in to destroy all that is in front of them. And I understand that. I understand the command of God, and I understand the sin of the nations that were living there just boiling over, and God judging them through Israel's possession. But on an individual level, there is still the fact that someone else was living there and Israel was taking possession of this land. And so it's just more complex than sometimes we want to give it credit for. But that being said, Joshua is an exciting book to read, and I'm enjoying reading it. And today we get into some of the strategy of Joshua chapter 9, where the Gibeonites, who were nearby neighbors, come to Joshua and pretend that they're something different, pretend that they're from far away. They bring dry bread, moldy bread, empty water sacks, and come to Joshua and say, oh, we've come from a far country. Joshua said, well, where is it? Oh, it's far. Well, we need to make sure that you're not one of our neighbors. Oh, no, we came from far. And this bread was fresh out of the oven when we left, and here it is, look, dry and moldy. And so Joshua forms an alliance with them, promises not to destroy them, and lo and behold, they are neighbors. And so it ends well. Israel takes control of the Gibeonites. Israel enslaves the Gibeonites, sort of a reward for their treachery. But at the same time, we see that Joshua has dropped the ball, failed in his research, and been presented with another complication himself. But that's the story of Joshua chapter 9. It's an intriguing story, well worth your read. I hope you have a great day. We've got worship today twice, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m., and a motion from our Budget and Finance Committee coming up there toward funding for our remodel project. So I encourage you to be prepared for that. And a lot to pray about. And elderly folks in our church, sick folks, our teenagers have a couple more days in Covington, Virginia. So we're praying for God to really bless in all that is going on. And August is a big month. Several things on the calendar. Serve NC begins this weekend and lasts 2 weeks for our congregation. And we've got a pool party for families, a senior adult trip, and then an ice cream social to wrap out the month. So there's a lot going on. And so I look forward to sharing this coming month with you. We've still got a couple days of July left. And so I'll see you today in worship. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Take care and God bless.